So welcome to everyone to join us today to introduce the Synthesis Organics Bioenergetic Aromatherapy Collection and the Scent Journeys. It's a very rainy day where I am, so I managed to find just a little bit of light, the last pocket of light, natural light. So yeah, a little bit dimmer than usual, but we're going to get right into it. So for those who don't know me yet, my name is Rains, and I'm the founder of Synthesis Organics. I'm a certified aromatherapist, counselor, psychotherapist, and have been working professionally in energy medicine and the healing arts for over 2 decades. And so today's webinar is really just to introduce the Synthesis Organics Bioenergetic Aromatherapy Collection and the accompanying scent journeys that we've created for retail activation, for spa, and for workshops. So we're going to cover, number one, how scent journeys can enhance your customer's experience in an attractive new way while also boosting your revenue. Two, we're going to do an overview of the 3 scent journeys. 3, we're going to do an interactive experience of the meditative exercises with an essential oil. And 4, we're going to do a little demonstration of part of the intuitive scent journey and the balancing scent journey quiz and consultation, and then have some time for Q&A. If everybody could, actually, I might be able to do it. Mute your microphone until later. Okay. So, the question being, why are we doing these scent journeys? So scent journeys are a combination of aromatherapy, which most of us will have quite a good understanding of already, and combining that with body awareness and meditation techniques and exercises to enhance body awareness. So probably you're all aware that the essential oil market and aromatherapy as a natural healing method is booming. But despite this, we found out from spa consultants and other research that we've done that traditional methods have actually failed to break revenue barriers. So what we wanted to do was create a whole new retail experience, one that's immersive and intuitive and sensual. And that has actually been recognized as the future of our wellness industry, is creating experiences which do engage people's intuition and sensory experiences. So our scent journeys combine the aromatherapy with these meditations, and that ultimately is about empowering the participants' confidence in their own intuition, in their own knowing of what's good for them, and so that when they choose and work with essential oils, they can feel confident and empowered about those choices. So the experiences obviously also allow for a personalized blend to be created, which is unique to you or to the participant, and they can take that home and continue it at home care experiences, but also continue it on in a beautiful treatment with you. And there's a couple of we'll take that further on as we go along. But we all know how powerful scent is, and scent and the sense of smell is our most primal of senses, and it's also the most mysterious. It can evoke emotions, memories, and areas of the subconscious that are hidden or often stored in the body. And so aromatherapy is obviously a very powerful yet gentle modality for healing and transformation. And so it allows these areas to be brought up and then purified and cleansed and shared in a very gentle, beautiful way. So basically, by guiding our participants through these scent journeys, we're allowing them to gently heal and unlock areas of their being that are far more holistic than just putting some essential in the diffuser. So we all know the benefits of aromatherapy, but there's also evidence as to why body awareness exercises are so important for our health and well-being. So I've listed a couple here, but there's a growing body of research which basically shows how these mind and body practices reduce everything from inflammation to regulate the immune system to support psychological and pain relief, huge mental health benefits. So it's great. We're really offering our guests and participants something with real evidence basis behind it, which is important in this day. So we're going to go through an overview of each of the journeys. We've got 3 journeys. We've got the balancing scent journey, the intentional scent journey, and the intuitive scent journey. The balancing scent journey can be self-guided. It involves a quiz, a guided meditation and a quiz, which we'll look at together shortly. And then it involves, through that quiz, you come up with 3 oils which are best for you. And then those oils are blended together into your own customized synergy, along with instructions on how to use that. The intentional scent journey number 2 is actually creating a intentional perfume, a roll-on perfume. So it's using also a quiz situation, but it's more based on an I am affirmation. So you're creating an intentional perfume that empowers your I am affirmation. And then you learn how to use that perfume on your pulse points to really embody that I am affirmation. And the third one, the intuitive scent journey, is, as it says, really intuitive, whereas the first 2 do involve some mind as well as body awareness exercises. There's still some mental reflection. The intuitive scent journey takes us into purely trusting our body's yes and no experience and yes and no response. So obviously that journey includes an exercise where we teach you how to feel your yes and your no response. And then you get to smell essential oils and listen to your body's yes or no response to create your blend. So each 3 of the journeys, you end up with your own customized blend, be it a roll-on perfume or a concentrated oil. And you come to that from 3 different ways, and each one has its own intention for healing and transformation. So that each one of those can then be taken into a massage or a treatment, or simply taken home and used in a diffuser, or added to one of our unscented face and body oils or unscented moisturizers to create a beautiful self-care at-home treatment. So I'm just going to give you a little overview of each one, and I'll make sure that you all have this because it's too much to cover in total detail today. But just very simply how it works. First of all, guests are guided through an embodiment meditation. They complete a questionnaire based on their feelings and intuition. Then 3 essential oils pop up as the answers to that questionnaire. And so you as the therapist get those answers. And so then you take those oils to your guest and you have them smell them, affirm them, put them together into a blend for them, and then either guide them into a massage treatment or guide them into a take-home experience with that oil. The intentional scent journey, again, works in a very similar way. There's a guided embodiment meditation and an I am affirmation exercise. Again, you end up with 3 oils, but you blend them into a roll-on this time, and they take that home with them. This could also be used in a treatment following the different pulse points in a massage. And here's an example of the massage sequence, and you'll get like a diagram of where the pulse points are and how to use them and how to activate them. as part of the whole protocol. And the third one, the intuitive scent journey, again, just a run through, begins with the embodiment meditation, then the exercise, and the sensory journey. Then they select their oils. They go through either into home care or they can go into a massage treatment. And this intuitive scent journey works really well as a workshop. I've actually run this workshop with up to 30 participants. You definitely need assistance if you've got 30 participants. Because we're working with 30 essential oils, 30 is really a good number to stop at, but it is possible to go much bigger. It's also a really beautiful run with a couple, because basically it's beautiful when you partner up. As part of the intuitive steps, you're actually blindfolded, and then the oil is held under your nose by your partner, and you listen to your yes or your no, and you create the oil based on that. So it's a really fun interactive workshop to do. Obviously full SOPs and virtual training is provided with all of these journeys and the opening packs. Just at this stage, are there any questions? We'll have some time at the end as well, but if there are, you can pop in now. Okay, I'll keep going. I just wanted to touch briefly on the actual essential oils themselves and what bioenergetic aromatherapy is all about. So each one of our oils, as you can see here, has a lot of different features. Number one is the fact that they're energy imbued. So this is our threefold energetic alchemy process that all of our essential oils go through. First of all, they are cleansed energetically of anything that's happened to them, from how they were picked, how they were transported, any of the energetic residue that would get in the way of what nature intended as its most potent life force. So the first stage of that threefold process is that cleansing. The second phase of that process is more esoteric, but basically it's the part where the alchemy occurs. So imagine this is happening at the quantum level. So the molecules themselves are actually rearranged at a quantum level to be able to hold and bring in more life force current. So they're optimizing the efficacy and the potency of that particular essential oil, and therefore our receptivity to that essential oil. The light in the essential oil combines with the light in us. The third phase of the alchemy process is the stabilization phase. So this you can imagine as a circle of light around it, and every one of our products has this little energy imbued symbol on it to show that this final process has happened and it's sealed in. And what this stabilization process means is that even if the essential oil travels to the other side of the world and goes through X-ray machines or sits on a shelf or is around, you know, bad vibes or somebody in a bad mood or whatever, it doesn't affect the energy imbuement. So unlike other subtle forms of energization, like prayer or crystals or you know, other good intentions, which are all wonderful, because they're in the subtle realm, they can be overrun by whatever else they're exposed to later on. But with the energy imbuement, the final stage, which seals it in, means that every drop holds that full integrity of the energetic life force, no matter where it goes in the world or what other subtle influences it's exposed to. That's the big difference between our process and other subtle energy processes. So some of the other benefits, obviously everything's 100% pure and sustainably sourced from organic, biodynamic and wildcrafted terroirs globally. The quality is assured with rigorous testing. It's all Australian certified organic, which means, of course, there's full traceability and no chemicals have been used in the growing of the plants or the processing of the plants. We all know the difference between a natural apple and an organic apple these days. The apple's still natural if it's not organic, but it's also been exposed to all kinds of chemicals which could interfere with what nature intended for it. And so being organic is very important for us for those reasons. It's as nature originally intended before all the synthetic chemicals got in the way. What else? Obviously, the oils are therapeutic. My training, when I do the blends, all comes into it. We've got these amazing new eco-friendly labels, which are actually made from waste marble. They're stone labels, so it's pre-recycled labels, which saves, about 20 trees and 61,000 liters of water a year to use stone rather than trees. And also because in Australia there's so little recycling that actually happens, or globally, while everything that we use is recyclable, we also really wanted to make a big effort to use pre-recycled materials wherever possible as well. So we're already closing the loop. The glass that we chose to use is not pre-recycled, but it's biophotonic. And after testing, we found that this was energetically the best container for the oils because it has that biophotonic quality, which protects the potency of it. Yeah, so every single drop adheres to the integrity of this, what we're calling our seed to synergy process. And that's a summary of how our oils may differ from others out there. Any other questions at this point? Oh, and one other thing on the energy imbuement, this has been substantiated with bioresonance testing and biogeometry testing. We're going to be putting this up onto our website. We took it to a bioresonance machine, which are like $20,000 machines that measure. You can test homeopathy or essential oils or supplements or various different things to test whether they're good for your body at this time or good. And our oils and actually our skincare as well showed up the highest that this woman had ever seen in her 5 years of testing, like way higher than anything she's ever tested before in 5 years of doing this in Byron Bay and Mullumbimby and Sydney. So she's been exposed to some pretty great things, but it was really good to get this feedback, and she's writing up a report on this. And then we've also done biogeometry testing, and we're looking at some other methods. But the most important level of substantiation is the fact that is the social proof. So people who have used our oils and felt the difference. And that's really what we want to empower people in, and why these scent journeys are so important, because empowering people to feel the difference and to trust their own intuition. Hopefully at the end of that, they'll feel that our products are really good for them and want to use them, but also to apply that in all areas of their lives, which food is good for them, which drink is good for them, what situations are good for them, and really empowering that rather than heavily marketing and saying this is good for you. Would rather spend the time to help people discover what their body and their intuitive knowing acknowledges is good for them. So let's do a little meditation and essential oil exercise. So hopefully you've all got at least one synthesis essential oil with you. If you do, now's the time to bring it out. I have one of our new ones, Deep Peace. I'm really working with this one at the moment, given I have a 7-month-old who's keeping me up most of the nights. The times where I'm not being kicked, I use the Deep Peace to go into a deep slumber to make up for the times when I'm not being kicked. No, he's teething, so there's a bit go. Anyway, so open up your bottle and just close your eyes and take a deep breath. And exhale. If you have a roll on, you could just apply some to your pulse points, your temples, your wrists, And then just set the bottle aside for a moment. Now just keep your eyes closed and just scan your body for any tension. Just breathe and soften into that area of tension by bringing your awareness to it. Allow it to just melt away. With every inhale, receive the life force. And with every exhale, release and let go, softening a bit more. Tuning in to your body, how it feels in this moment. And you can use your breath as a vehicle for what you want to bring more of into your life. Breathe in love. Breathe in renewal. Breathe in abundance. Breathe in whatever it is you want to feel more of. And with every exhale, release, let go. And use your breath as a vehicle to let go of what you're ready to release. It could be releasing aches and pains in the body. It could be releasing negative thinking or negative energy of some kind. It could release fatigue. Whatever it is you're ready to let go of, to create space for what you really want to feel more of. Every inhale receiving and every exhale releasing. And then when you're ready, just open your eyes. And that's just a little part of the guided meditation that we do at the beginning of the balancing scent journey. It does go on for a bit longer in the full meditation where we do a full body scan and really come in to embody that intuitive wisdom. And then you go through a series of questions, which I'm going to send you all a link to at the end of the webinar so you can do it for yourself rather than distracting us with that now. But that questionnaire will be along the lines of the meditation, what you want to feel more of, what you're ready to release. And then there's also a color that you're most drawn to and a landscape that you're most drawn to. And then based on those responses, we have developed this algorithm to come up with the 3 oils based on your responses that will be most suited to you right now. And that's the same exercise that you'll take your guests through. And so you can either do this on an iPad or a tablet, or we've got a printed out PDF version, so you can actually do it as a consultation as well, depending on what you're most comfortable with. And you can obviously also do the guided meditation yourself. I provide the full script, or you can write your own script. The important thing is just to include that part about what you're ready to receive and what you're ready to release. So yeah, provide you with everything you need, but then also totally happy for you to go with your own words and your own way of doing it. I know you're all incredible therapists with your own way. So I'm just going to touch briefly on the exercise in the scent journey, which is the more yes, no exercise. So again, after you've done that embodiment meditation, you've got really in touch with your intuition, you then go through a yes, no exercise. And so part of that is, for example, feeling what a yes feels like in your body. So there's many ways of doing this. It could be just closing your eyes and asking, what does yes feel like for me? Or it could be contemplating someone or something or someplace that you just really love, and then contemplating how that feels in your body when you ask the question, is this person, place, or event positive for me? And you should feel a strong yes response to that. Another one which I sometimes use is standing upright with my feet hip width apart, putting my hands on my heart and saying, is this right for me? And if I move forward, for me, that's a yes. If I move back, for me, that's a no. There's also other ways, such as muscle testing or pendulum use. We all develop our own way of listening to those signals. So in this workshop, we run through a couple of different exercises to try the different ones that work best. But essentially a yes response in general feels expansive, empowering, energizing. But that can show up in different ways for different people. For me, it's like a fullness in my tummy and my navel and an expanse in my heart, and sometimes whole body tingling as this like rush of energy comes through. I've heard other people that get a little twinge on their ear or their nose. Everyone's different. For me, but no in general feels contracting and disempowering in some way. Again, for me, it feels like a knot in my tummy and a flickering in my heart and just a general sense of loss of energy. But the important thing is to obviously practice to learn what your yes and no is. And then the next most important thing is to follow through on the signals. So if your body's telling you yes or telling you no, it's really important to listen to that. And at first it might sound or feel a little bit clunky, but as you practice it more, it gets stronger and stronger, and you can begin to rely on it more and more. And obviously also in the workshop, we cover why that's important, why making our body the choice maker is a good idea. So, cover things like we often feel intuition physically. We also cover things like our body intuitively, innately knows what is good for it, what's going to bring it back into balance, what's going to bring it back into harmony. And so by listening to it and empowering it, you can make choices which are better for it. And it's better for the body, which is interconnected with our mind and everything else. It's better for us in general. So in this workshop, we can actually also have an extended version of it. So once doing the yes and no exercise, choosing therefore the 3 oils that are most right for you in that moment, creating a blend out of it. You've got this little empowered blend. The next part of the workshop that can be added on as an extension, if you want to do a longer one, is the guest can purchase a 100 ml face and body massage oil and add in some of their blend to the massage oil, shake it up. We provide instructions on dilution, etc. And then you take them through an exercise in learning how to do a self-care massage with that blend, which is for themselves, and therefore really embodying their intention for themselves. So it becomes a manifestation exercise, because when we set an intention for a manifestation or something we want to create in our life, then we choose the oils for it based on our innate intelligence, our body signals. And then we incorporate a practice in our life where we put that on our body and massage, or we get a massage at the salon with those oils. We really embody that intention and we embody that manifestation, and we use the support from the plant kingdom to do so. So it can be a very powerful plant medicine exercise for people during these times. And you can extend it with those other exercises. So much to cover in this little snippet of time, but obviously much more detailed instructions in the SOP and full training that comes along with it. So to finish up, I just wanted to offer again a moment for questions, if anybody's got any.
When we're making up the blends of the essential oils, do you have the bottles that we can buy to put them into? Or is it using the 100 ml oil and putting them into the oil?
We have the empty bottles. It's great to see you, Colleen.
Hello, Queen.
Yeah, you can purchase the bottles from us with blank labels. So we've got blank labels that have got the the energy enduement, the logo, and then a blank spot where you can write their name, and then it says with these essential oils, and you can actually write the 3 essential oils onto the label for them that they've chosen and their name, and then it also has a safety and so it's all very neat. But you can also, that's how we've structured it. But yes, you could actually substitute that and go straight into a unscented face and body oil or the unscented moisturizer. This way is nice because then they can use it in their diffuser and they can add it into the massage oil. And so as a therapist, after they've created that in the journey, if they were then going on to have a massage with you, you could then just take that bottle and add 2 or 3 drops into a tablespoon of your unscented massage medium and do the massage with that.
Beautiful.
And they take the rest of it home with them, and you can also suggest they get their own unscented face and body oil as a add-on to do it. And also they can purchase the 3 oils that they chose so they can keep making up the blend at home or come back and do the exercise with you again, because that's the thing, we're always changing. So what's right for us at this time, in a few months time when the seasons change or other things have happened in our life, we do the exercise again and you'll get a different 3 oils to support.
That's lovely. That's good, thank you.
Okay,
I've got my blend that you made up at the retreat, and I love it. It's so beautiful because it does feel so personalized.
Beautiful.
Lovely. Yeah, thank you. That's
right.
Good.
Any other questions?
Sorry, do you mind if I ask another question? Is there will there be a guide for your suggested self-care massage?
Yes, there's a guide, and we've actually done a video for it as well.
Okay, good, thank you.
You can share that directly with your guests, or you just use it for yourself as a guide to share with others.
Beautiful, thank you.
Cool. Okay, well, if there are any other questions, of course, just shoot them through at another time and we'll answer them. And in the meantime, I'll send to you all a little quiz for you to try. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you and hearing from you again soon.
Thank you. Thanks for the training.